name is Sergey Tikhanenko. I'm a SAP Practice Manager at Skybuffer. In current pandemic times, as an IT company, we feel responsibility to reimagine the software as a solution we have that might be used for national healthcare systems in the different countries and help and assist healthcare system to address some tasks that are really essential currently. So what we did, we took our already developed artificial intelligence content, conversational content, cognitive automation for SAP Digital Core and reimagine it to address the following main tasks like patient registrations to get like initial patient data, address, gender, date of birth, and capture initial symptoms. Also, the software as a solution that can do like regular remote checkups to capture the symptoms and to see how disease is progressing and allocate an emergency cases. Solution works in more than 100 of languages in a text channel and in more than 40 languages in a voice channel. And also it can be plugged in different communication channels like WhatsApp, Telegram, web chats, SMS, phone calls. And in today's demo, you will see how it works.
In this demo, I would like to show how web chat channel can be used for patient registration and for remote checkups. It might be any other messenger channel that is used for such kind of tasks in parallel, actually for WhatsApp. Also, web chat can be used or a voice channel, so actually a phone number that people can call. Just as a regular person, I will say something like I have a fever, just like a trigger, like a registration. Once scenario is started, so the body temperature is asked, so I will provide it in Celsius. It might be in Fahrenheit as well, depends from system configuration. The telephone number is used for patient identification actually, so we will check whether the patient is in database or not. So in this case, I will provide the real number because in case we have a new registration, so we of course will send an SMS to authenticate person just to validate that the person has an access to this phone number. Right, so it's not in a database, so I will provide a first name. Yep, so I will simply confirm that name is get it correctly. So the last name. Again, confirmation. Then we'll provide like an email address. So that's an optional in case we like to provide an SAP Viewer access for a patient, so they can have like a simple apps they can use for address update, for instance, for track like whatever, like a checkups entry are saved in the system. Probably they can also use this app to just to provide a checkup data. So then we can use an email where we will send a user and password. So they will have like a basic authentication to SAP Fiori client that they install to the Android system, to the iOS system. So that's why we need an email. All right, so address. So here we'll provide like a real address. And we use like a geospatial services simply to check the address and additional adjust it with proper data like zip, for instance, in the country key, what you can see now on the screen. I confirm that yes, the address is correct. So gender, we'll say female because we have like a Jane Doe in this example. Date of birth. So here we'll provide like real date of birth. To avoid the cases that a person lives more than like 100 years, so then we need to check the date is not only the date, but also like makes sense. So you can see the user ID is registered and sent to the email we mentioned. Again, it's an optional step only if we like to provide a kind of access to the system as well. And also like we send like an SMS to validate and the phone number. So it's the authentication step. So, and that's what I'm doing. So I'm just check mobile phone number I provided and then into the code that is just arrived, whether we have Koch, and we can say yes. Running nose, we can say also yes. So just simply positive, negative. So you can say, yes, I have a runny nose, or like my nose is running. So that is actually like a based on sentiment analysis, like a phrase or utterance that doesn't have any negative no, or I don't have inside it the phrases. So that's why we cannot stick to yes or no answers. So we don't have like a pain in just. Right, so everything is now saved in the system, and data is created. We use like SAP as a digital core. So the patient data is created, the address is captured, gender, date of birth, like all the parameters. And what we can do in SAP system as well, we can set up like a special, like a background job, schedule them, and each some minutes, let's say hours, is simply checked what patients do we have, whether some of them actually like have registered cases that are confirmed that they do have some pathologies like coronavirus, for instance, or others. And based on this background check and the nature of the pathology, so we will simply push the notification either as an SMS or as a message in a WhatsApp, simply make a next regular check. So once job is executed, so it will be like a message like this. And then background task will be executed in artificial intelligence, and it start asking the parameters. So you can say, okay, I have a fever. Yes, I still have it, a little bit higher than last time. And that's the same questions we've been asked, because currently we are talking about either VRI if it's not confirmed COVID-19 case, or if it is confirmed COVID-19, so then we will save the data according to the pathology that is registered in a system. And we can say runny nose, yes, and we need to show like, let's say, negative progress, unfortunately. So then we say, well, the body temperature is higher, and also now we're suffering from pain in our chest. So then it's registered in the system once again as a second record, and we can see how actually the disease is developed, and whether we have some recovery trend, or unfortunately we have like emergency trend. So and based on this data, so we can have another analysis that will definitely point at this patient that are sitting home in a self-isolation, for instance, to the doctor, and then doctor will make a decision. So that's an emergency case. We need to call the person, so we need to like put him or her into the hospital. Next in this video, you will see the case in the different languages. As we said, it works in more than 100 languages, and I will just like share the capture of the screen in Hindi. Additionally, in our solution, we have a workplace for healthcare expert that can monitor all ongoing chat sessions that is currently happening and coming from different channels, from the web chat, from WhatsApp. And you can see it's a dashboard currently on my left-hand side that is called hybrid chat. That's again part of our solution. And we can see that Tom is chatting here and he is having a fever. And let us do like a regular check. So for instance, I need to track my illness. So, and then we simply like pushed one scenario and say, okay, I found the following cases. You have like a COVID-19 and diabetes. So that's what might be registered in the system. And having in WhatsApp, we don't have buttons, but in case we are like in other web chat messengers, we can have like a quick replies as well here. So I will simply provide COVID-19 here. And what we can see is the person is identified. We can see that the channel is WhatsApp, and it's asking for the body temperature. And healthcare expert can open this chat in a hybrid chat solution. And yeah, you can see it's classified still like VRI. So because, well, COVID-19 is like VRI by nature. Once we start capturing information, it will simply convert category to COVID-19. And yep, so that's how categorization works as well, and how we can route from one queue to another one. And information we captured, you see like each of interaction with the system is captured as an encapsulated log, and operator can do different things here. So operator can chat directly to the person, simply asking, could you please provide your like a body temperature. So once I entered it here, so then it will appear in WhatsApp. So simply for WhatsApp, we have some more time difference because of WhatsApp APIs. And also we can talk directly to conversational AI here. It sometimes necessary when human expert would like to trigger one another skill here, or adjust, let's say, value that is provided by the person. So for instance, if I capture like a temperature like 39 on behalf of the person, so then of course now a cognitive automation scenario will go to the next step, and it will be displayed of course in a WhatsApp. So that's two kind of interactions we actually support by an operator. Then in the healthcare case is a healthcare expert that can monitor and then can provide some additional help via chat sessions. We also can have like a speech to text conversion here in case talking is faster than typing. And let's see data that is created in SAP Digital Backend System. So we have a personal number generated with the same name we used in the demonstration, and we can review the personal data, so we can see the gender is captured and also date of birth is captured as well. We also provided an address, so the address, when it's the first time captured, we capture as a permanent residence address. There are a lot of other residence addresses we can have, including temporary one, and we can say the same as like Laberhagen 23, Stavanger, and the telephone number here as well. Talking about checks we've made, so it's captured also like assigned to the personal number, and you can see like different diseases we have in the system, and we can create as many diseases cards as necessary. Currently, I will have a look into VRI checkups we made because we haven't entered any COVID-19 test result in the system. So all these claims that we captured from the person, it's of course like VRI, and that's what we have. So we have the first check, like temperature is higher than usual, cough and runny nose, so the status is definitely ill. And the next check we made, so you can see like a different time and different temperature, and we have additionally chest pain captured in the system, and it's possible to see the progress. And of course, it's possible to analyze this data and on a dashboard, so a different reporting as well. That's the solution we built, simply reimagining Skybuffer AI content we created for SAP Digital Core on top of SAP Conversational AI platform.